things. Yet, we have this amazing idea founded by Simmi Khanna. Simmi, I welcome you to the platform of BabyChakra, and I would like to ask you, how are you today?
Thank you so much for the invitation, and I'm really happy to be a part of this and feeling really good and amazing.
That is wonderful. Simi, you have been surrounded with a lot of people around you and you've been doing such a great job. But for mothers, you have done an exceptionally well job, I must say. Nutrition games. I mean, out of the world, somebody has really thought upon, given ideas, made it into a concept, and brought it down to us. Can you tell us your journey about, ideation for the nutrition games, please?
Okay, so actually, I'm pursuing my career since past 24 years.
Right,
But in 2016, I just got a mail, a random mail, you can say, where it was saying that there is a seminar or maybe a lecture on nutrition. So I've been attending always or being a part of a exercise routine by joining Reebok training and all those parts. So for me, this was something really good. So uh, it was the nutritionist entrepreneurship program, which was done by Dr. Vishal and Tesi, and I just happened to attend it. And trust me, it was like the ticket was very expensive. It was like 8 grand from where I stayed to Mumbai, and the workshop was for only 2,000 rupees. But I just felt some trigger that I should go for this. So after joining the nutritionist entrepreneurship program, that is the NAP, it has made my life like absolutely round. I never thought I would innovate or I would come up with these games. I think it was there within me, but it was still inside. And by doing that program, a lot of ideas came up to my brain. And when I started the wellness program, and when I used to talk to the kids, they all
right,
had complained that our parents don't have time for us, or
right,
either the mother is busy or either the father is busy.
right.
So I said, okay, why not come out to the board game, where maybe after dinner if they play, and they can learn something related to nutrition as well as they can spend time together. So
Right.
that's how my games, as and when I just started developing. So I just started with my first game, that was the Snakes and the Ladder, which is India's most traditionally played game by all. So I thought, why not develop a game where we can put good habits and bad habits of lifestyle habits. So when a child plays every day, it is registered in their brain.
Correct.
So it becomes easier for them to implement in life, and they're good learners.
Correct.
So
Correct.
that's how I developed my first game, and then it went so on with the demands of the people and the demands of everything and the circumstances. I started went on and on. So I've got at
Right.
present 4 games.
So, can you tell us more about them in detail?
Okay, the first game that I designed was it's a snakes and ladder game, which is basically the good and the bad lifestyle habits, which a child will understand by eating healthy or by eating a breakfast. They can concentrate well.
Right.
They're going to have too much of say chocolates or something, that sugar, they'll have going to have a tooth decay. So I've tried to include all the small habits, the good and the bad habits in the game. The second game of mine is a foodle do game, in
Okay.
which what I have done is children above, like say, 4 years, they love cooking, actually. But
Yes.
as mothers, we don't allow the child to cook because then the kitchen becomes messy. So
Correct. Correct.
I want the kids to learn what is the good food, what are the healthy options. The place where I stay right now after Mumbai is Gujarat. So the
Okay.
typical breakfast habits are either a khakra or a thepla, or maybe just a junk food is the breakfast items. So
Yes.
I wanted to create an awareness among all the communities and among all the customs, and there are a lot of different options that can be given in terms
Okay.
of breakfast. Or if there is a birthday party at home, what can be given as the snacks to the children. So it's a game where they start, and where they stop, they have a question which needs to be answered. So if
Mm-hmm.
they can answer there, plus they can refer to a referral sheet where the answers are given, all the options are there in the referral sheets. So then they tend to learn, okay, other than this is also there.
Yes,
So
this is
they tend to learn a lot of healthy eating habits as well as recipes through that
correct.
particular
Correct.
game. The third one is actually a fitness game for the little ones, the munchkins, which are like less than 3. So with the alphabets, how we can teach them to be active, like, and rather than if the child is crying, we tend to give a mobile nowadays.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
yeah, so what I have done, the cards what I have made are the non-terrible cards, and
Okay.
it's with the cartoon character of minions, so it's
Mm-hmm.
colorful. So like say for example, C. So C is like clap hands. There's an image where the minion is clapping the hand. So the child also learns the alphabet with the terms of exercise in it. The fourth game was for adults, wherein they can just catch a partner, anybody from the house. And of course, names are never ending. There are millions of names. So you just have to pick up the name and play with the dice, whatever alphabet you get, and you will see the cards. Each card has a cardio and another alphabet having a strength training card. So, like,
Right.
it's a combo of 20 minutes of exercise which can be done through the alphabetical cards, which will never get bored. You'll every day come do something new and something
New.
better.
Right. So these are
So
four amazing ideas that you just shared. And I believe that, the audience that you are catering to, the moms, basically, who are reaching out to you and via Baby Chakra platform, they will be also reaching out to you for keeping the kids engaged and teaching them something about indirectly about nutrition is what we are trying to learn. Simi, my one more question to you about here is, see, in 2016 and 2022, there has been a vast change in the mindset of the mothers,
yes, yes,
right? And especially when a mother who is just given a birth and her toddler is around 18 months of age, 20 months of age, and they keep complaining, he doesn't sit at one place. I try to come and sit with him and play the games that you have just mentioned. Even if she tries to keep them engaged, but उनका attention span बहुत ही कम है. ओके, कलरिंग नहीं कर सकते हम लोग, यूट्यूब लगा के फिर सॉन्ग्स प्ले करते हैं, बट दे शो इंटरेस्ट ओनली इन मूविंग पिक्चर्स. सो स्टैटिक गेम्स वर्सेस मूविंग गेम्स, what would you think about this generation and how do we incorporate that habit कि उन लोगों को एक जगह पे बैठ के ये सब सिखाना चाहिए, and working
I
parents are also worried.
yeah, I got what you're trying to say. See, what happens is today's generation is more into the gadgets. Okay, definitely when we are into the gadgets, the screen is attractive, the music is attractive. It just catches an attention span.
Correct.
But I think we as mothers really need to have a lot of patience, which I see that nowadays in the recent mothers the patience is comparatively a little less than what it
Yes.
was earlier. So
Yes.
I always tell the mother is never to, there is no hard and fast rule that it has to be like this, or some rules and regulations which the way we were born and brought up is not applied in today's generation, because they
Okay.
are exposed to a lot of other things where we were not exposed to.
Agree.
So when it
Agree.
comes to sitting at one place, I think the mother has to understand what the child is really getting distracted from and getting
Mm-hmm.
attracted to.
Okay.
According to that, they can develop their own games. Trust me, we have so many ideas which comes. So if you say, for example, I got a mother and she said that whatever games or I bring it for my child, she doesn't play with that. So I
Yes.
told her, just give her one attractive, colorful spoon, and she was teething at that time, and give her maybe a small vessel or a katori which is like really colorful and all. So there were so many images. She stuck stickers on it, different stickers of different fruits and vegetables. And you know what she used to do? I told her, just take the spoon and ask her what is her favorite fruit. So when she would see the image, the child would just bang on to that thing. So I think the creativity the mother really has to use the creativity for uh, getting connected to the children nowadays.
Yes.
So I feel depending upon the child, we can always look for games.
Mm-hmm.
Many times, even on the apps there are good games. I don't say all apps are bad, or the it's only that I feel that a small child should not be exposed to the rays of the gadgets which are there in their hand. So as far as possible, try to look for things which are in and around you, to
Okay.
make more interesting for the child to be like sit at one place.
Right.
And the thing what I always tell people is, never say negative about your child. Never say the child is hyper, because the moment you're going to say that, it's an affirmation that your child is negative. So
Mm-hmm.
say my child is little naughty. You cannot even say naughty. You can say my child is really playful. So when you say playful and when you say hyperactive, there's a difference between the two words. So
Okay.
then the child hyperactive goes down, because the universe listens to you and believes to the affirmations and the manifestations what you are doing with the child. So
Got
that is something which I tell the mother, whatever negative qualities are there in your child, whether the child can't sit in one place, do never say that a child can't sit in one place. Just say my child moves around more, I want the child to be like a little normal. So how you think and how you affirm is very important, even if
it.
the child is small. So that really helps quite a lot.
Definitely. You gave a very positive point because nowadays, because of the pandemic, people are, in a way that how do we connect to our kids, and then going back to work, and the way to bring them up is completely different than what it was before. Simi, I would like to ask you one very simple question, that how do, if I want to buy these games, so where do I, go online, or if you have a website, where do I purchase these games? Because I feel it's a really nice recommendation which other moms need, or it could be a birthday gift or something. It's really very nice.
Uh, I'm working on Amazon right now. The process is still on, but if others they would want to buy the book, they can go to my website, which is www.dietexpertsimi.in. It's Simi is SIMMI.in. When they go on to this website, they'll see all the products and all the games which I have developed are all there on the website.
Okay, that
So
is
they can
great.
buy it from there, and I can get it delivered to them.
That is great. And I really loved the three simple things that you just said. One is regarding the activities, one is regarding the eating healthy habits. This is what we have been looking for. And I think the Nutrition Week started with a bang. We're having such beautiful games that you spoke to us about. Simi, any message for our viewers at this community who would, you would encourage to speak to about, apart from eating healthy habits, any giveaways to the mothers for the new generation, because this Gen Z is very very different, and
Yeah.
your
See, what
valuable words will help.
I would only say the mothers, please don't use Google or WhatsApp University knowledge to bring up your kids or feed your kids. If you're
Right.
confused somewhere, either go to a qualified pediatrician or go to a qualified dietitian and get all your doubts cleared, because there's so much of information on the net that the mothers get confused, and without realizing the authenticity of it, they start giving it, and then they land up with a lot of complications. So my
Mm-hmm.
takeaway would be is consult a qualified nutritionist, and understand that no one thumb rule is for all. Each kid is different, each needs are different. So they should just play by the time and do something which is more in the correct manner, rather than just following somebody like for a cow herd or sheep herd kind of a stuff.
Okay, that brings me to one question, Simi. If you with
Yeah,
your
sure.
permission, can I take it quickly?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
One mother is asking, can I use these games during my travel if I
Yes,
am
you can.
at a vacation or something?
The fitness game is a very small game which can be just put in your purse and go. The board game, actually I had decided it in a board game, but if
Right.
they want it on a canvas, I can even take it on a canvas. So you can just roll the canvas sheet and put it where your, the clothes are there. And you just need to keep a small packet of dye. So that can be taken for traveling. So if somebody is looking for travel, then they need to specify it to me so that I can convert the game from the board to a cloth version. So they can roll the cloth and take it along with them.
That is so beautiful. Other the mom just asked me that what is the range of these products basically? Not
Uh,
specifically, but on a general note, what is the range?
it's from 500 to 650. That's the maximum.
Okay. Okay. And one more thing, she's like, I am very particular about my child's nutrition. Will my child really pick up a few good habits if I incorporate these games in his or her life?
Definitely, what happens is the mothers will have to take a little pain in making the food more attractive and palatable. Every day, giving a khichdi to the child, definitely the child at a time is just going to spit it out and not take it. So, what happens is when we see the games, some idea tops up in your brain, and okay, if a mother is cooking, definitely a little idea and she can change the food. She just
Yes,
needs that spark in them. So, what happens is when you every day make the same food in a different shape and a size and a taste, you can give everything to your child.
correct.
And I would always say that don't give everything in the liquid form to the child. If the child is, like, say, 7 months or 8 months and you're just starting teething, give them something that they can at least bite it, not something in the pureed form and you're just pouring it in the mouth,
Absolutely.
like a porridge or something like that. Of course, it's nutritious, but then the child does not learn to chew from the
True.
very young age. So when you introduce the food, they are lazy in chewing. So, but when you introduce it to them earlier with attractive ideas, I think the child will really mark it up to it.
Simi, with this, we come to the end of the session, and I really thank you for enlightening us about the simple games on this nutrition week. And it was lovely to have you as a speaker out over here.
Same here, dear. Thanks for invitation.
Thank you for joining us live on Baby Chakra.
Yes. Okay. See you. Bye
Okay,
bye. Have
see
a
you
nice
soon.
day.
You too.